Today, without wasting time, it's my singular honor to invite someone. We already know in the house. Pastor talked about him at the beginning of second service. We know him as the Reverend. I know him as a finance expert. It's someone who obviously, by training his decision-making skills, has interacted with people who have had businesses, both family and all other kinds of business. It's my singular honor once again to bring Reverend Sukanmi Obisesan to come and spend time with us, productive time. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. All right, this will be your mic, sir. Okay, so today we'll be talking building strong business relationships. How many months now? We've done at least over 5 months or near 5 months of Friends Connect. And the whole idea at the end of the day is to ensure that, one, if you're doing a business, you do the business properly. If you've not started a business, start the business. If you're working for someone, get a business or some kind of proper money breeding machine that while you're working, you'll be earning. And so, sir, today, once again, we are honored to have you.
Thank you.
This is service, not regular service.
I know.
So we are free to express ourselves as much as we want. Please put your questions. Don't wait until the end of the talk and then you start putting questions together. So, sir, today we are talking building strong business relationships. And when we say strong business relationship, also means there are weak business relationships. So maybe the first question to ask is, why do you think we should build strong business relationships?
Well, maybe I should say that, when I was just thinking about this, the main thing that came to my mind, I'm still going to talk about that later, is servicing your network. Servicing your network. Now, a lot of us, we have relationships that, like you said, are weak. And you see, the point is that in order for you to actually make it big in business, you need people. You need network. You need, because now there are businesses that will not be given to you online. There are some businesses, now it depends on the volume. That is, for example, there's a transaction now that I'm on, and it's a huge transaction. Such a business will not come to you online. I'm sorry. There are things that will come to you online, and of course, the flow. See, the good thing about online business is that it brings the connection, but that sometimes you have to take the connection offline in order for it to actually happen. You see, the thing is, can I take this further?
No.
Okay.
It's
now,
your floor, sir.
There are about 7 reasons why people deal with you. 7 reasons why they deal with you. Number 1 reason why people deal with you is because they know you. Not because you know them. Not because you know them. But because they know you. For example, now, there are some of you in this church now, I don't know. I don't know you. But you know me. By reason of the fact that I've been here a number of times, and you know that, I'm pastor's friend and all that. So, but I don't know you. So if I appear where you are, maybe you are an executive somewhere, and I appear in that place, I don't know you, but you know me. Now, the point is, you want to relate with me, you want to deal with me, you want to do business with me, not because I know you, but because you know me. Now, I don't know you, but you know me. So, because now, and the thing is, and people know you on 2 platforms. Either through introduction, that is, somebody introduces you to them, all right? And the point about that, the challenge with that is, you have now to be careful about who introduces you to somebody, because their perception of your introductor is that right?
Wow.
Now, their perception of him would be their default perception of you.
Sure.
Do you understand? So your perception of Dr. Chris, okay, will be your default perception of me. So when you see me in your office, even though I don't know you, but you know me, you want to relate with me based on the fact that, you know, I'm Pastor Chris's friend. All right. Now, the other thing that makes them know you is your skill. So you are good at what you do, and now they may not have met you before, but they have heard of your competence. They've heard of what you do. So they know you because of your skill. So the point is, people relate with you, number one, because they know you. But then they don't only relate with you because they know you. So it goes to the next level. They relate with you because they like you. So if they don't like you, now that's where favor comes in. That's where favor comes in. That's why God's favor comes in. They relate because they like you. Maybe they like your appearance. Maybe they like your personality. Maybe they like the way you smile, or the way you. They just like you. All right. So and because of that, they know you. Number two, they like you. And because they like you, there's just this disposition towards you to just want to deal with you, to just want to relate with you. Now, the point is that, you know, you now need to be careful, because from that point on, they have opened themselves up a bit unto you. But you know what? They will not fully open unto you, because number three thing is that they're now asking themselves, okay, if I'm going to deal with this person, the reason why people deal with us, number three, therefore, is that people relate with you or deal with you because they know they can earn from you or earn with you. Can I earn from him or can I earn with him? So if I know I can earn from you or earn with you, then I say, okay, this is, you know, the thing is that, the point is, we're all selfish. I mean, I agree with that. Yeah. Everybody is selfish, including me. What that means is that, now, what is the need for me? You know, when Pastor Etro was talking today and was talking about you and all that, now, one of the things that you need to realize is that before your wife says yes to you, she's thinking of herself. Before your husband comes to ask you out, he's thinking of himself. How would my future be? This babe. So he's selfish. She's doing selfish. So the people want to relate with you because they're looking at they're looking at it. Okay, now can I earn from this person or can I earn with this person? All right, but then they now take it further. Now, when they see from that, the fourth thing they're looking at is they relate with you because they can trust you. Because they can trust you. Or let me even say one before that. They relate with you because they can learn from you. They can learn from you. So if somebody can learn from you, then of course he wants to relate with you. So then of course the next thing is, now they relate with you because they can lean on you, which means that they can trust you. Let me say this: they know you, yes. They like you, yes. They earn from you or with you, yes. They learn from you, yes. But if they cannot lean on you, every other one is rubbished. So talking about building strong relationships, therefore, now the point is that we need that relationship in order for us to actually make it big in business. In fact, we need those relationships in order for us to stay in business. You know why? Because if people cannot lean on you, then your reputation is messed up. I'm sure you agree with that. And the point is that once your reputation, now, for example, if I mess up my reputation with you, when someone asks you about me, what you're going to tell that person about me is based on your experience of me, or your experience with me. And so the reason why a lot of us have lost opportunities, have lost relationships, have lost networks, things that would have helped us. Now, the point is, it has happened to me before. It's because we don't service our relationships, especially with trust. So you need relationships in order for you to actually stay in business and go big in business.
Wow.
You
Wow.
need relationships. See, now, my landlord called me one day and said, now somebody approached him for one big business, and he called me. I was the first person that he thought of calling, and I was wondering why. You know what? It's because this guy, I can trust him. And the day we were going for the meeting, I said we should go together. I said, no, you can go.
Wow.
I'm telling you. He said, no, you go. That whatever you do there, I'm okay with it. People will relate with you if they can lean on you. They must be able to lean on you. If they can lean on, that means they can trust you. I tell you, people of God, they will take your business to whatever height. The reason, man of God, is because, another reason is because people know people. People know people. People know people. Now, there are people who you don't know that you need. Because you know that anybody can be the person that will take you there.
Wow.
And so Joseph had to relate with the butler. He didn't know that the butler would be the one that would take him to the Pharaoh.
Wow. That was powerful. Okay, so quickly, your questions in the next 2-3 minutes. Where's the mic? We'll start taking questions. If I had to summarize what you're saying,
Yes.
It's more like saying that the way you relate with the GM can determine whether you will meet the GM. The way you relate with the gate man can determine whether you see the general manager.
That's right.
Okay,
Yes.
in that sense,
I like that.
It's for us, the whole idea of this relationship thing, because some people don't even know how to start a relationship.
Okay.
It's like some people know how to, let me use the general word from where I came from, know how to toast a lady you want to marry. Some people don't even know where to start from. So there are steps that they need to take. And that's why we are going through a lot. We can't get all of this in one service.
That's right.
But we are saying if you make a mistake, at least start. Then if you make a mistake or something goes wrong, you can come back to the house to say, okay, I tried this. It did not work. I tried this. It did not work. Or maybe, should we take questions? Maybe we should take questions. Yeah. Right? Let's take questions. Let's take one question. One question. General question. A particular question, challenge you are facing right now in building strong business relationships. Any particular one? Okay.
Praise God.
Yeah?
Praise God. Okay, so my question is, how do you build a relationship with somebody you don't know in person? Like you know the person, but there's no face interaction. The person don't know you. Like the person has never seen you before.
Okay.
Or you can communicate with the person either via mail or via Holdies. So how do you establish the first
Contact
that would stay and that would have effect?
Okay, so please, very practical question like his. Very practical.
Okay, so there are times that when you want to meet someone that you have never met before, there are times that you want to ask, okay, is there anyone who knows this person that I've never met before? So the person who knows the person can take you to him. But let me say this, because one of the things that I believe that it will help us in building strong business relationships is now, when you are looking at building a relationship with somebody, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? Because see, God will bring you into favor before men. But now, God in His magnanimity will bring you into favor before men, but it is now your own responsibility to service the favor before men. You are the one that will service that favor. Because if you don't service the favor, and how do you service it? By your competence, by your integrity. So now you have to service. However, to your question, if you don't know the person, is there anyone who knows that person that can connect you? If there's nobody who knows that person, then where do you think that person frequents? And if you don't know where he frequents, where's his office? Then package yourself and go there. See, because there are times that you need to knock on doors because you know what you have to offer. If you have nothing to offer, don't go. No, that's very important. If you don't have anything to offer, because the guy is asking, so what are you doing here? What do you want from me? What can I do for you? Like some of the others will say, what can I do you for? I remember many years ago, my uncle, I went to see him. In those days, I wanted to do what I can, in the early 80s. When I entered his office, he said, Sukanmi, you are here. I said, yes, uncle. He said, what can I do you for? That's the first time I heard, what can I do you for? So the guy, but the point is that he's asking you, what are you doing here? What do you want me to do for you? If you don't have anything of value, you have lost that opportunity. But if you have something of value to offer him, to present to him, then you have opened the door. Now, if you now perform excellently well, you have opened a wider door. Now, if you can now be trusted with money, if you can be trusted with money, I tell you, you have received an open check. So the thing is that even if you don't know the person, he's a human being like you, and you know who you are, you know that you're a child of God, you carry the favor of God on you. Go to the person and meet with the person. See, because you trust that once the person sets eyes on you, he must favor you. So you go there, but you must have what you have to offer. That's what I think.
Wow. Please put your hands together. Sir, that question was also important, or is also important because we have this where we talk about faith, we want to activate it. Yes. At night you plan the steps, what you say and everything, but once the morning light hits you, you just forget about everything and then you lose that tempo and you're not able to get back to that space. Thank you very much. Do we have any other question? Practical question. All right, we have one here. When he's done, the next one here.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I want you to help us put light on that scripture. We quote it for different reasons. The gift of a man will make room for him.
For him.
Definitely, in most cases, we use gifts, talents, and all of that as skills to interpret that. But some Bible interpreters and scholars and teachers have told us that gift in that context goes beyond talents and giftings. It also means you carry something when you are going to meet someone who is, of honor and all of that. And then when you present that thing, it opens up the heart of that person to receive you. I just want you to help us, throw more light on that.
Okay.
Your two interpretations have thrown the light. You see, the thing is, the point is, the reason why most times Christians feel that giving gifts is unbiblical or is lack of wisdom.
I agree.
Lack of wisdom.
Totally.
Look, the point is, when the man asks you, why you brought this? Sir, in my culture. What culture? Yes, culture. In my culture, we don't appear before an elderly person, before a senior person, empty-handed. It's a culture. It's not because of what I came for. It's just to let you know that I am I'm a cultured person. My mother taught me well. That's why I just brought this little gift to just appreciate you. Now, when that happens, the man says, okay, this guy, if I deal with this one, he will be able to do something good with me. Now, see, a man's gift, like you said, and everyone loves him that gives gifts.
Yes.
That's what the Bible says. Everyone loves him that gives gifts. Okay, let me ask you. The people that give you gifts, don't you like them?
No,
when they come to you, now, do you know that there are some people that knock on your door and you ask, who is that? And they mention that they say, even though you cannot complain, say, what does it come to do now? And I'm about to sleep. I want to eat. But some other people will knock on your door. Once you hear that, they say, no, it doesn't matter what you are doing. You just want to welcome them in. You know why? Most times, there are people that give you gifts.
Expectations.
I'm telling you. Sure. So, if apart from the skill and all that, yes, that one is very important. And let me say this. When you do business with anybody, even if he does not ask you for anything, give him something. You may not give him money, but look for a good gift
Wow.
and go back and say thank you.
Wow.
A lot of Christians have lost out on bigger deals because you never went back to say thank you.
Thank you.
So you have become like the 9 lepers.
Mm.
You took the blessing, but you didn't return to say thank you.
Wow.
Only the Samaritan, the Muslim, went back. Did I say that? Because the 9, the other 9, they were Jews. They felt that it was their right. They have a sense of entitlement. They have a sense of entitlement. Or they even thought that, okay, now, this healing came as we were going. So it was their own effort. It's not your effort. If that man had said no, you won't get it.
Wow.
So when they do things with you and do business with you, even if they don't ask you for anything, go back and say, I didn't hear you now.
Wisdom.
And say what? Thank you.
Wisdom.
Very important.
Wisdom.
Very important.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Is it a follow-up question?
No. Please, because
sorry.
we need to allow someone else.
Man of God.
Okay. Praise the Lord, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. Watch your head.
Okay, sir. You say something about selfishness, and I want to ask you a question. How do you manage a relationship whereby, the person, you need something from someone, and it's so obvious the person is just about what is to get from you, and not what is willing to give you?
Okay.
You are my mentor. I need
Yes.
something from you.
Yeah.
But I've been with you for 2, 3, 4 years. And I discovered that you are not even interested in what I want from you. All you are interested is what you will get from me.
Okay.
How do you manage some relationship?
Okay.
Wow.
There are about 4 or 5 types of relationships, but I don't want to go there. There are some relationships that you need to shred. You just shred them. You need to shred them. That is, when you shred something, those shredding machines. That is, this one is not. I don't need it. I don't need this because that now. But the other relationships that you need to shed. You shed them. What do I mean by that? You just say this one. I won't deal with it for too long, or I won't go with it. The whole hog. So there's some you shred. That is, this one's forget. There's some you shed. That's one, okay, maybe just once in a while. But there are other relationships that you have to wed. You wed them, that is, this one will be, I will stick with this one forever. However, when someone is always taken from you and not given to you, that one is a sucker. It's a sucker. There are some relationships that I say that the relationships that are in your life for no reason. They are in your life for no reason. And there are others that those ones are wasters. They waste your time. There are others that are in your life for the wrong reasons. That's the kind of person you are talking about. Those ones are takers. They want to take from you, but never wanting to give you. But let that be a balance in there. If you are relating with a mentor, never go to the mentor expecting to take money from him.
That's right.
Don't ever go to a mentor and ask him for money. No. Instead of you asking him take the little you have and give to him. You know why? What he will give you is much more than money. In fact, what he will give you is what will give you money. I agree. So, but the point is that if the person is always wanting to take from you, or taking the things that you are bringing and not wanting to give you, or you see that I'm not making progress with this relationship, just like Pastor Tiro was talking about this morning, that now if you are married and after 3 years, 4 years, there is no improvement in your life, you've entered one chance. No, you've entered one chance. Because the point is that I must be better. You must be better in this relationship. So it should be a symbiotic relationship that is something you are giving and there's something I'm taking. But let me also say that there are some relationships that you have, that people who are in your life for a season, for a reason. They are there for a season, for a reason. We call them scaffold relationships. That is, and once they are fulfilled their reason in their season, what do you do them? You fold them and put them aside.
Wow.
Maybe for another time.
Wow.
So you have to be able to know what kind of relationship is this. So if he's the one that is always taking and taking and taking and taking, never giving anything back to you, you know what? That person is sucking you, and very soon he will suck you dry and throw you away like an orange.
Wow, wow, wow. You can clap, please, clap. This is wisdom, real wisdom. Okay, another practical one. I'm sure we can take 1, 2 more before we wrap up everything. This person is saying, let me put it in a very practical way. I'm a lady, I'm a woman, and I seek a relationship, a business relationship with a man. How do I control some men's hearts to ensure that it's all about business relationships? Because some men really want to go beyond business relationship to relationship, if you know what I'm talking about. How do I control? How do I ensure I'm not at the short end of the stick? How do I get... I don't want to get cheated. I just want business relationship and nothing more. Yet I can't tell if the man will respond same.
Okay. The point is that your values are very important. Before you go into any relationship, you must define your own values. And your values are your boundaries in any relationship. See, friends, anything that would want to make you to compromise your values, you don't need it. You know, my wife deals. She sells perfumes and home fragrances, and she also does okay, sorry. I'm not supposed to promote your business.
It's okay. commercial segment.
Okay. Now, but the thing is, because of what she does, she meets a lot of men. Now, and there are times that, of course, she get suggestions, from you will know. In fact, there are times they would tell you point blank, and it also happens to us too.
Yes.
Hello? It happens to us too, us men. Ladies will tell you, you know what, forget it. You know this matter, don't worry, I'll do it. It's not for me to sign, don't worry. You know, all you need, I just want a night out with you. Point blank. Now, the point is, you now begin to look at it. Okay, so what do I do? Do I say yes? Do I say no? This is where you need the wisdom of God. Because there are times that maybe the project has gotten to a point where the only signature you need is that signature. What are you going to do? So that's it. Number one, you need God's wisdom, and then you need God's. In fact, you need God's favor. I don't know how you're going to do it. You have to pray it out. That's one. But then, if you what I discovered is that if I discover that, or if I would say that, if for me, if I discover that this is something I cannot fully escape, I cannot totally escape, I'd rather let it go. That's me. I'd rather let it go. I'll let it go. And I'll let it go because I'm saying to God, Lord, I'm letting this go because of you. Now, it's better for me to honor God than to compromise. So, and when you honor God by not compromising, this God you have honored has a way of honoring us. And that's what I believe. Now, but most times what happens to us, sir, is that we feel that if I don't we become desperate. And so the person sees your desperation and wants to capitalize on your desperation. But when you know that, hey, they that know their God shall be strong and do exploits. If you cannot give me this, forget it. My God will provide for me. See, the point is that now, until we take God's word, as God's word, okay, it will not work for us. But in your mind, if you're calculating, okay, if I do it now, all right, maybe if I just do it and get this thing, I'll go back to God and say, Lord, you're a merciful Father. Please forgive me. God, see, all those things won't work. But when you say, Lord, I cannot do this because I cannot disappoint you, the God that you are standing for, personal experience, the God that you are standing for will always make a way for you. And guess what? A better way. A bigger way, a more blessed way.
Wow. This in many ways looks like how far you are willing to go or how far you intend to go, determine how you act now.
Yes.
Because I was in a speaking session with one of the speakers. Yes. That was yesterday. And he said he was doing a job for the federal government and it was worth about 700 million naira. And he offered not to take more than that. And those people had said they want to up the contract to about 2 billion. But much more than that, when they sent the invoice was for 5 billion. And he said he couldn't do it. It caused a lot of problems to the people, but at the end of the day, he let the business go. What he did not know was that even before they approached him to discuss the deal, the people had taken 420 million. Wow. So a few months later, some names appeared in the on the newspaper. They mentioned 4 people. And the only reason why this audience did not hear is because his name was not mentioned. In other words, he will have been implicated by EFCC.
That's right.
So it just calls how far you really want to go will determine what you do now. I think last question. Someone is saying the average Nigerian is greedy. We know. What do you do when you're about to enter a business relationship with somebody and you can tell the person is out to outsmart you? What do you do?
Well, the thing is, now, how do you know the person is out to outsmart you? That's one. But what I do, what I do, practical. What I do is that before I go into any business relationships, my wife, she will always be hearing, I need to put this MOU together. I was spending late nights putting an MOU. We know why the MOU is important. Whether the person is a Christian or not, that memorandum of understanding between the two of you is very crucial. That is a legal document. So, before I go into any business relationship, we need to have an understanding. So this is how much is coming in from this business. So from what is coming in, this is how much you are going to take. This is how much I'm going to take. Now, if the person is now greedy and says, no, I can't give you 40 and take 60. I want to take 90 and you give it 10. If it's okay by you, fine. If it's not okay by you, then you can. Well, I can't do this because now. So you need to define it from the onset. What is it that is coming into you? What is it that's going to go into the person? And please ensure it is well documented, signed, sealed, delivered, so that it can be presented. Maybe in a law court or somewhere. But beyond all that, let me say this: that you have to be careful who exactly are you dealing with. You must know who you are dealing with, because see, the thing is that now, what is the reputation of that person? If I'm going to deal with someone who I've never done business with before, I want to try and ask around. Do you know? Because see,
due diligence.
That's it. You want to ask, so who is this person? When it comes to business, maybe 1 or 2 people that have done business with him before, and they say, that guy you want to do business with, that guy is a Shylock. So you now want to say to yourself, okay, do I want to go ahead with that kind of person, or I want to find my own person? I think that's, for me, that's what what I normally do is I have an MOU. With anyone that I want to do with business with, I have a memorandum of understanding, so we both know. Now, if the person now goes ahead and cheats me later, well, there's some things that happen in life that there's nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. So I think we are done for now. You can take your seat, sir. Please, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Please keep clapping. Wow. Words of wisdom. There's always wisdom when you come to Friends Connect. We relate as friends.